now, people. Come on.
No one's talk. Well, I want to talk to her when she calls, so when she
All right.
calls, I come get her.
Hi, I am always Chris, the Entertainment Man Bisco, and welcome to another edition of the Entertainment Man Talk Show. Wow, episode 30 already? You gotta be kidding me. Episode 30? Wow. I was looking at my cards, it's episode 30. Believe it. Yeah, anyways, we're going to be talking about Durham Entertainment today again. The episode 3 and 4. Just going to talk about more of my experiences and whatnot, what went on. And well, now, episode number 3 was, we did attractions in Newcastle. That was our big thing that we did as well. And it was just me because Eric had to work. He was still working at the time. So I did it with my dad, and we went out there and we filmed and whatnot. It was a fairly decent day. I was wearing a heavier pants though, but I made a mistake. It was really warm out. It was in September of 2006 when we started it, when it all happened. And forget the exact date, but it doesn't matter. The show became bigger. Like after the second one, I said, why don't we just keep going and keep going and keep going, like the Energizer Bunny, for example. We just kept going and going and going. It never ended at all. It was constantly go, go, go through it all. And it just started. This was kind of a time to prove to myself I can do it on my own without help. Now it's different to this day where I got 6 people to help me. I got David, I got Amy, which is way over there, Eric, Missy, and I can't help myself, so I don't really count, so it's really 5 people, and Gordy, who's on leave right now. As you know from the website, that's what it was like. But now, originally, I had a team of 3, Eric, myself, and Missy, were the 2 originals of the original DT3, we called us. And that's what we called ourselves when we started in that June and whatnot. We started that saying in that time. So as we progressed on, we started working harder and harder and harder. It took a long time to do the filming. It probably took almost half a day to do it, practically. But actually, it only took a few hours to do it when I went out there to do it in Newcastle. So I went such places like Newcastle Golf Club. I went to a ranch there, and I went to the old Massey building by where Eric's old work is. He knows where that is. Where I got off the bus practically when I went over to this place. And where else did we went down the lake. We did did the arena. Newcastle Arena was the other one as well. And I think that's about it. And whatnot. And by the way, guys, let me know when it comes to 8-minute marker for a break. Doing all right then?
Yep.
All right. So it kept going. Like it was every 2 weeks, I think I filmed. It was once per day because we were always on location constantly. Not like this show where I can do 2 in a day, back to backer, like today and from September on and whatnot. That was the reason I could do it back to back, but back then when we did the Durham Entertainment Today, we couldn't because we were always on location and whatnot. So that's the reason. And then getting into the next episode, episode 4, we went back to the head office and only had it inside for a change, and we talked about traveling. So we talked about traveling on the bus, taking it the wrong way. Speaking of a certain somebody here on set today, I'm not going to mention names. Not David. Yeah, Eric's the one that, he's the bozo that, he's the guy that made me go on the wrong bus the wrong way. And instead of going into Oshawa, this was scouting for episode 2, if you remember that, Eric. He remembers that. And it was March. It was before surgeries. I have to tell the story anyways. We were in Bowmanville. We were ready to go east. And we were waiting for the bus at the terminal there, and said, oh, the bus is here. And then we got on. And then we saw it turning up a street. And it turned east, and we were like, oh, geez. We went the wrong way. We went to Newcastle instead of Oshawa. So it was not the greatest thing. I was a little stressed, and we had a bit of time to kill out in Newcastle, so we just wandered around with the arena. We looked around and whatnot. That's the story. Eventually we got back to Oshawa. We went, did some scouting, one location in Oshawa, and said, that's it. It's getting late. We may as well call it quits now for the day, so we can give it a rest. And we have a good idea what the show is going to be like that day anyways. So yeah. Alright, close. Oh, and we're getting close to a break. So I'm going to take a break right now so I can rest my voice. And we'll be right back after these messages.
Hello.
Alright, I got an itch. Welcome back. Dang, I got an itch here. Okay, now I'm better. Alright, welcome back. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, episode 4. I talked about going the right. So we talked about going the right way and the wrong way. So either be like we were talking about taking the right bus at a certain time, like leaving my head office for, give me a time, 11:07, let's say, for example.
Mm-hmm.
I'll use today's sample. We left the head office at 11:37. We got here about 1:45, I believe. And of course we didn't get started until like 12:15. We had half an hour lunch and all that. But if you time it right, you can be at a certain place for the right time to get another bus. Chester, what are you doing? Sorry. I'm wondering what that was Chester. I think he's interested in this thing with Diego.
What's the keys?